For years, we've treated AI as a destination, a specific prompt and response box where a user enters a query and waits for a generated answer. But that workflow is inherently manual. It requires a human to act as the primary coordinator, constantly feeding the machine new inputs to keep a task moving forward. By mid-2026, the limits of this manual approach became clear. Speculative scaling had hit a functional ceiling. Isolated chatbots simply couldn't handle the complexity of multi-step, real-world operations. This chart from May 2026 illustrates the pivot. The industry is moving away from the conversational assistant model toward an operational intelligence layer. Lower down, the interaction model is changing. We are moving from friction-prone interfaces to systems with continuous awareness. This shift means AI is moving from a standalone product you visit into an invisible operating fabric that executes tasks automatically beneath the surface of the digital economy. The most visible example of this change is occurring at the entry point of the internet, the search engine. For decades, Google was optimized for retrieval. You provided keywords, and it provided a list of links to navigate and synthesize yourself. As this technical map shows, search is evolving from a retrieval engine into an intelligent execution layer. Notice the shift from navigation to execution. The system now prioritizes achieving specific outcomes, like automatically comparing sources or coordinating a travel itinerary. When search becomes an orchestration layer rather than a list of links, it changes our baseline expectation of the web. We no longer just find information, we expect the system to complete the task. This transition to autonomous execution is even more pronounced at the enterprise level, where the focus has shifted from co-pilots to autonomous systems. SAP's autonomous enterprise model removes the need for manual workflow coordination, creating a direct loop between operational control and the AI-native ERP. To make this work, integrated governance allows AI agents to manage complex supply chains autonomously. Even software development has inverted. Instead of manually writing every line, human developers now act as supervisors, orchestrating AI agents that handle the planning, coding, and debugging of the system. When an organization's core infrastructure can execute strategy autonomously rather than just recording data, it gains a massive speed advantage over traditional competitors. We see a similar automation of the cultural layer as the media industry moves from resisting generative AI to operationalizing it. Major entities like Universal Music and Spotify have moved beyond the experimental phase, establishing formal licensing frameworks for AI-generated covers and remixes. This diagram reveals the emerging infrastructure for licensed ecosystems. By standardizing formal IP licensing and rights management, the industry is creating a governed environment for synthetic media. Platforms like 11 Labs are already treating voice AI as a scalable utility, allowing publishers to mass-produce professional audiobooks by automating narration and localization workflows. In this environment, media production is no longer just a manual craft. It has become a governed, AI-native infrastructure ecosystem. Across search, enterprise software, and media, the pattern is the same. AI has become the universal coordination layer for digital platforms. As this scale illustrates, the industry is shifting from the idea that largest model wins towards scalable system wins. The focus moves from speculative acceleration to industrial operationalization, depending on custom silicon, efficiency, and deployment scale. Venture capital and startups are following this trend, increasingly prioritizing durable economic models and infrastructure efficiency over pure narrative growth. Even high-profile legal battles, like Elon Musk's lawsuit against OpenAI, suggest the era of open research competition is fading. It is eclipsed by a landscape defined by massive compute, capital, and hyperscaler partnerships. The operational gap is widening. Organizations that continue to treat AI as a fragmented, bolt-on experiment risk falling behind those that have redesigned their entire systems to operate through persistent intelligence.